Hey, how you doing? Regular guy here. Today I'm going to talk about changing a tire. Yeah, that greeting, how you doing? That goes out to Peggy at the DeBarry Library. Peggy, how you doing? Yeah, yeah, Peggy's the character. Anyway, we're going to not change, but we're going to take off and yeah, I guess change a tire. I got an indication on my dashboard that told me that one of my tires was low. They've got the resonators in there now that tell you if the tires are a little bit low on air. And that's why a lot of shops put nitrogen in them, because the nitrogen, being an inert gas, it doesn't react with anything. So yeah, it doesn't shrink, it doesn't do any of that stuff. Whereas if you just put regular air in there, eventually it shrinks after a few months, and you got to put more air in, and keep the level checked, the pressure checked, and all that. If you need to, leave me a comment that says, hey, show us how to do that, and I'd be happy to. That's what I'm here to do, is to show you guys what you don't know how to do. Things that regular guys should know, but for some reason they just don't. No judgment here. I mean, you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. If you need help, you ask for help. That's the best thing to do. Don't just try to struggle it on your own, because this is the kind of thing that if you don't know how to do it, you can really seriously hurt yourself and your car. So, yeah. Yep, I worked with an old guy one time, and he used to say, when you want water, you don't go to the mountain, you go to the lake. So water in this case being information about cars, I'm the lake, not the mountain. I've never been a mountain, actually. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and check our stuff in the trunk, get out all of our things, and let's get started. All right. All right, here's the trunk, opening up, and there's my jump box. You guys remember that from a previous video, I'm sure. I've got a bag of bags there, because, well, why not? I've got a bag with some other stuff in it, my gloves and tire plug kit, things like that. A rag, of course, and my door unlocking tool. Maybe I'll make that another video. You guys, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, if you lift up the back of the underneath here, you'll find all of your stuff that you need. You should have a spare tire, a jack, and a jacking tool. Just the wrench that fits the lugs and all that. Mine comes together like this. You have to loosen it up, and that way the tool comes loose from the jack. And if you notice, there's a groove in the top of the jack there. We'll get to that later. This tire, well, this stuff sits in here and you don't use it unless you have to. So it could be years and years before you even take it out. So you got to get in there and loosen it up, because stuff gets a little, I don't know, like wedged in. Pull it out, man, that thing's brand new. Look at that. All right, well, you take it out and you go over and you do what you got to do. Okay, I got a few things set up here, and what I want to show you guys is the proper way to jack up a car. Now, we've taken out our jack, taken out our spare. I want to show you where to put the jack that comes with the car. So, if you can see, there's a spot right here. There's a little arrow that tells you where to put that jack. And this jack has got a little indent here, and there's a little place, a little ridge in there that the jack fits into. So, if you bear with me, we can get this guy rolling. I guess that's it. Okay. What you do is you kind of hand crank this guy down. And it's always good to, if you have chocks, those are the things that stop the car from rolling if it's on a tilt, which my driveway kind of is. So here's what we're gonna do. Still got a ways to go on this guy. Well, that's why they put this little plastic piece on here, so you can do this. And yeah, you are gonna get dirty, so if you've got gloves, you can wear them. It's actually not a bad idea. Okay, so slide this guy in, and you'll feel there's a ridge under here. Yep. And you crank it with your just with your hand till it starts to catch, because using that crank tool that comes with the jack is kind of a hassle unless you... Okay, see, I'm moving it around, I'm getting that groove to fit right into the groove there, getting that little spur to fit in there, and it's not in there. Always got to check. It's always good to just stick your head down there and look. I heard it hit the groove that time. Hit the that little spur that's sticking out. So okay, just kind of feel it around in there. Yep, I believe that's it. Yep, that seems like it. And then this guy, since I hardly ever use it, I have a four-way jack that I use. Hang on a second. Ugh. Pull this guy out. Normally it doesn't take that much to move it. However, I haven't used it in a while. And then you just crank it up. Now this jacking tool here is fine. However, if you don't have to use it, I prefer my handy dandy drill. Jacks it up pretty well, pretty fast, pretty good, pretty easy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to loosen these lugs while the car is still in contact with the ground. Otherwise, it would be impossible, as the wheel is spinning, to try and loosen the lugs. Yeah, that pop you heard was probably from the jack. Like I said, this stuff is not used all that often by me, although I do use it when I need to. Okay, those guys are loose. Now, I am going to put some chocks under. Okay, chocks are under. So now what I'm going to do is continue to crank this guy up. Feels like it's still on the ground a little bit. Yep. There it goes. And did you see the car move? Didn't move too far because I've got a chock under it. Now, it looks like it still might be on the ground a bit. Yeah, hang on a second. I don't like that chock. All right, that guy's loose. As you can see, the wheel moves. If it was touching the ground, it wouldn't be doing that. So what I'm going to do is use my handy dandy drill because it's faster, it's easier, and we like fast and easy. Yes, we do. And then this guy just slips right off. All right, now we're gonna check it to see if there's any kind of a nail or something in it. Okay, I'm trying to show you. Now, I don't see anything in it. I'll be honest with you, I just don't. Nope, I don't see any reason why it would have shown as missing air. Well, you know, sometimes the air does shrink, and when it shrinks, that's when you gotta put in a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this guy back on if I can. There we go. And line up these holes. Used to be that you lined up, there were pins sticking out that you lined up. However, that's not the case any longer. Yeah, these guys should be hand sorted. And if it takes you a minute to start it, that's cool. Don't even worry about that, because with these ones here, they used to be just a nut that goes onto a post. But now the post is included, and it's kind of a hassle. I don't know. To me, it's just easier the other way. Maybe because I'm old school and that's how I grew up. You can see my fat fingers don't fit in there, so I'm using this tool here to start them. Now that they're started, you should always start, you know, hand tightening them. What I'm going to do is take this off pure driller, so when it gets to the end it doesn't break my wrist. It's got a clutch in it that goes only so far. Okay, I'm going to go back onto full power. Crank this guy down just so it'll catch. And I'm not even sure if you can see me. Tighten these guys up. When you tighten them, you have to do every other one. And it doesn't take much. I mean, just give it a good shot. You see, I did that one, skip that one, skip that one. Skip the first one, go to this guy, and then this guy. And that's it. That's how you would change a tire. If you were to grab another one and put it on, same thing. You can use your tools to jack down your car. However, I like my drill. And that's it. You put everything back where you got it. It fits in, and everything fits in perfect. That's kind of all it is. So you guys, if you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, of course, subscribe, leave some comments, hit the bell so you know when I put out my next video. And yeah, well, you know, it's kind of how it is. I'm helping my wife out with her page. She is the Time with D. Time with D. She does mukbang, and she talks a lot of wisdom. So, I mean, if you want to watch her eat, listen to her, she's got some good stuff to say. I've been helping her with that. I'm kind of the editor, video processor, and I want to do a big shout out to Candy Dreams, and I am Kiva. You guys helped us out a lot with that kind of stuff, so thank you. You're going to see a giant improvement in the quality of these videos, the editing and such. Hopefully this one will start that. Well, you guys, thank you, and see you later. Wait, what was I going to say? See you later. Yeah.